I think, man, I thought I thought I enjoyed the first season much more. I think. I think in general, I don't remember a lot about it, but I do remember walking away from that. Okay, I see it. I understand. Like I understand why this is so good, or why people love it so much. I see the value in it.
Yeah,
not my favorite show, but I get it. This one seemed a little bit like all over the place. Like the threats were all over the place. The storylines were all over the place.
There were like a lot of last minute, all of a sudden. Oh, you didn't know if you go out as a werewolf right now, you'll be a werewolf forever.
I had actually found myself like 2 or 3 times, me and both Ariane, because we had to watch it together because she wanted to watch it too.
Yeah.
The music. I was like, who is this music teacher? Like, what is her whole point? Why? Who is she? Why does she even have? Why does she have any agency? Why is she telling anybody to do anything other than being a teacher? I was like, who is she? And then the very end, I'm putting together a team, like whatever the fuck it is, a very Nick Fury situation. I was like, so that was your whole point. Like, I don't care about anything else that you did, you know, at all.
I figure it's just supposed to be like, here's a professor, a new, dark arts teacher.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, kind of thing. It's like, oh, who's she? What's she up to? She's up to something.
Yeah, that's true. But I just didn't care. Every time I saw her, I'm like, who is she?
Yeah.
Like, what does she matter at this point?
Right.
So I didn't care. Like, there's just a lot of things that were introduced. Even like the clues that she was solving were just like, I gotta figure out what the headquarters, what they call it, the headquarters, or back at the, is all the evidence is back at the, whatever that cabin was.
Yeah. Wait, the cabin where her mom was staying, basically?
No, the cabin where
where he lived,
where the Hyde's dad had all the evidence.
Yeah, that doghouse that went into a secret lair.
No, not even that one. The one where she actually had to go to the campground. And then go to that cabin in the dark.
Yeah, I think it's like the second where they fought the other campers.
Yeah, that. So like, there's like, it was like she had to like.
He was like a scientist or something like that. Some teacher. Yeah.
He's like, I got to figure out the there was a name for the cabin, or for like, because like that guy that was in the car, the PI, he like left a message and said, all the evidence is at the compound or whatever he called it. Right. And she's like, I got to figure out what the compound is. And then literally Agnes hands her a box.
Right.
And like that on the back of the picture, the compound or whatever the name is. I don't know what the name is, guys. I'm sorry, but it's like it was just like, I need to figure this out. Oh, there's the answer.
And that was a lot of it too. Was Agnes just, I'm invisible, so I can produce stuff. Yeah, and she would just produce stuff. Like, she needed a cop out. It's like too easy. Big time. Yeah. She needed the blueprints for whatever. Agnes like invisible shows up.
Got it.
I figured you would need the blueprints to break into the compound or whatever, and whatever needed to happen for her to have some clue or some reason to go to the next thing or place, Agnes would reappear, hand her something.
There you go. I got it.
Like, Agnes, when did you have time to do this? And when are these kids going to school? Like, when?
There wasn't a single time where they're in class, right?
There was one time,
other than with the head. Doc Brown.
Yeah.
Doc He's Brown nobody else. He's nobody else but Doc Brown forever.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and
yeah. There's a one time we saw him in class. Like, what are they learning?
Right.
What are you guys studying?
What are you doing all day? You're just getting ready for another party.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to go hang out someplace else. That's all they did.
Another ceremony.
Another ceremony. Like, another that.
Like, what kind of education are you guys having to go out into the world? Like, what are you learning?
What are you actually learning?
Yeah, you're clearly not learning any math, that's for sure, or anything regular. Maybe the normies would learn, but like, what are you? When are you guys going to school?
Yeah,
even in Harry Potter, they're in class.
Yeah, they're learning about potions. They're learning about the dark arts. They are doing something.
Yeah, like, what are you guys doing? The amount of time you guys can leave and go on these adventures, like, I feel like you are failing your classes right now because you are not going to class.
Super. If it's gonna be a school, I don't know. I feel like my fear is that both these seasons do so well that they do make a movie kind of thing, and then they are going to go big budget, and then we will see. We're no longer Team Harry Potter. We're going to go with.
We have an actual curriculum now.
Now we have and we actually have instead of like 20 students or whatever they're whatever it may be, now they're going to have like hundreds upon hundreds of students running around and doing whatever their powers may be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, that was a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
was,
a lot of happened.
Super.
Like it took a lot of the mystery because like the mystery in the first one, I thought, oh, you're kind of guessing. There's a couple red herrings. There's this, that. You don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can kind of predict, but it's like the typical mystery story, and it was still like fun to follow.
Yeah.
This one, I was just like, I'm not even
going to try to follow. I'm just going to wherever you end up next. I'm just going to wait and see what happens.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because normally with a mystery, they provide clues and you are able to play along.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to figure it out or whatever. But with this, there was so much that was all over the place and so many last minute, obstacles or just things would pop up and you got to figure out, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And it's almost like there's like no, you couldn't have figured it out because there was no clue. There were no clues. Like, oh, the bird lady was just the one who ran the institution. The fuck? And then she's dead.
Right.
Like, so she's not even important, really. So it was like a lot of just like, and I don't know if those were meant to be red herrings, but like it just was not like it wasn't thought out well. Like the mystery part, the solving the clues.
I think they weren't even trying with
they phoned
mystery.
it in.
Yeah, they were just let's just do have her doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, confronting people and telling them off.
Or sharp dialogue.
Right.
Yep.
And then we'll move on to something else.
Yeah, and it was almost there are too many things to care about. There are too many things they put in there, and you don't care about any of them. Like none of the things. Like I don't really. Bianca, that's right. Bianca and her mom. Whatever. I don't know. I don't care how that connects to the new principal and his cult.
Right.
Like I don't. What was that? I don't know.
Is that a thing? Yeah.
I don't really care. There's that. The Hydes. I mean, the Hyde and his mom. There's something that could have been good there. The dynamic there. But I don't know. I didn't really go.
That
much
was weird. At one
either.
minute, she had him chained up and was forcing him to eat pancakes or told him to eat pancakes, and then they were cool. In the next episode.
Yeah. And then effing Pugsley ruined everything with his effing zombies buddy,
Yeah.
Pugsley annoyed me through most of the movie, for most of the show. I was kind of annoyed with Pugsley. So was Ariana. She's actually also annoyed with him.
Yeah.
But
but it plays into that theme, like, and again, we were kind of talking about this before the show, is just the guys, for the most part, are pretty useless in this.
More so in this season too.
Yeah.
Very useless.
There were, there were some token elements with, the Gorgon
Ajax.
guy. Ajax. Yeah. There were some moments where he did some
stepped up into some stuff. Yeah.
Right. But nothing major. He didn't, he wasn't like, solving some mystery or doing whatever. He just, helped Bianca escape.
Yeah. Helped Bianca escape and then stepped in and turned the principal to stone.
Right.
Who they murdered. He ended up dying.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. True that.
But even like when they're doing that like Cub Scout battle, he like screws up and stones the guy that's his buddy. Like, oh, bumbling dumb guy,
Right.
Again,
Pugsley 100% was no respect for Pugsley.
Yeah,
no respect
absolutely
for Pugsley.
useless.
Man, he's just a complete tool.
Yeah,
and even like they never really give him he just like, I'm a tool. That's kind of the vibe he puts out. It's like people think you're an idiot. Yeah, they call you an idiot for the most part, and you're
because you are an idiot,
right? I mean. But he has to think he's not an idiot. He's got to have that.
Maybe, yeah.
Because most idiots don't think they're idiots, right? So
I mean, because they would even kind of lean into sometimes like, oh, he's like he's the black sheep. Maybe his family doesn't care about him as much. More attention on Wednesday. There's something in there. I can't make any friends. There's something in there.
Right.
You can build on that.
And all that's true. There's a lot of. I mean, the show's called Wednesday, but there's a lot of focus on Wednesday.
Right.
And he's just,
he's just there. Like you could have really played with that a lot more, but it didn't go to anywhere. It didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He just was like a useless character.
And even Gomez was an idiot. Like he would come in and he would do a couple things, say a couple lines, and then he would leave. He wouldn't help with anything. He would come in and say something, and that was it.
And did nothing, man. He was absolutely useless. And I mean, at the very least, they showed us why he was useless. Because his powers being taken away.
They showed us why he didn't have powers. They didn't show us why he was useless.
But no, but I mean, there are even just like scenes like, and I was like, even like I would like turn to Ariana and be like, oh, okay, so I guess the female hides can be alone, but the male hides have to have a master or they'll die. Interesting.
Yeah, good point.
Oh
right?
Yeah, Gomez is useless. Morticia says out loud that we have to let them think they're in charge, but they're not. We do everything. There's a lot of those moments where it's just like, oh, the men are useless in the show. They're all there useless, and it's purposely done,
Right. And I've got, and again, we've said it a bunch of times. I am 100% pro strong female characters, but you have, I mean, you've got to do it in a way where like just the guys are just, they're not just all idiots. They're not all just
useless. Like, all of them are useless. Yeah. Every single one of them. Yeah.
There's got to be a better way to meet in the middle,
because it's not, because it doesn't feel real, and I get it. I know I'm gonna get attacked right now when I say that this is a fantasy world with fantasy elements and superpowers and all this kind of stuff, but it doesn't really feel real when it's like, this is a school. It's not an all female or all male school. Yeah, this isn't a world where only females exist and no males exist. This is a regular world, It's supposed to be a regular world in that kind of context, right?
With powers.
Yeah, with powers or whatever. But, like everybody in a high school is not going to be all the women are the best and they all have all the answers and the strongest and all the men are dumb. Yeah. Like that's not the real world, you know what I mean? So it doesn't reflect that.
Right.
I don't know.
And to back that up a little bit, when I think, and this is 100% justified, when some women complain about seeing a show and it's all the guys doing everything and the girls are all, the idiots and not doing anything, you are 100% justified to call that bullshit out. Yeah. Because that's not true.
It's also not the world
That's not the world.
Exactly.
So, again, just kind of doing it on the flip side of it doesn't work, unfortunately, for me.
But. Yeah, because even though those types of movies that you're describing, I'm not interested in.
Right, like, because you see the bullshit. You see what they're doing. This is just a bunch of dudes, and all the women are just there to be eye candy.
Yeah, just to be hot, and that's it.
Or whatever the case may be, or they're not contributing. Like, okay, well, this is BS, because there's no way a woman's going to be like a scientist or whatever in this field, and she's just there. Or she's going along for the adventure because she is also an adventurer or a cop or a detective or whatever. And she's just there, chasing behind, the guy. She's there for a reason. So, give that character some respect.
Exactly. So also not good, So, so just, there's nothing to do with me being a guy myself. Like, just like it's just doesn't jive. Right. It doesn't jive.
Yeah.
And so, those, and I don't know, man, just a lot of glaring things about the second season that just have made it feel like this was, I don't know, not thought out well enough, not enough preparation time put into it. I don't know what.
I think they could play off the popularity of the character, the first season of Jenna Ortega. They could just play into all of that and just let it coast on through.
Yeah, exactly. They're riding that kind of popularity for the first one, and then they're going to ride it into this third season. But the second season, man, I was kind of like, at the very least, I knew I was going to maybe get some fun dialogue or maybe some quippy stuff from Wednesday, some funny things from Enid. There was going to be some stuff that was going to be in there that at least you take away from it, like you did in the first season. And there was not a lot to take away from, like in that sense, unfortunately. I don't know.
No, I agree. I'm trying to think of something else I want to say about it. I noticed a lot of big-eyed girls. A lot of the girls had big eyes, I think. Jenna Ortega, eyes kind of big. Not disturbingly big, but Agnes, very big eyes. I think Enid has some pretty big eyes. Yeah. Bianca, she's had contacts on, but I think
drawing attention to it. Yeah.
So there were a lot of just girls with, that were going for the anime stuff. Yeah. Which, it's not a slight at all. They're all beautiful young ladies. Yeah. But it really, it was very noticeable. It was very noticeable. I thought, wow, that's unsettling.
I will say, this is not going. I did kind of laugh that Wednesday actually was allergic to colors.
Oh, when she
literally allergic to colors.
Starts breaking out.
That's a funny, silly thing to put in there. I was like, all right, I guess I take that.
That's why she is. Yeah, she's not just being a jerk. She's literally not into it.
Allergic to colors. Can't do it. So I laughed a little bit at that. Yeah. But I don't know
if I saw a moment where she'd had. Well, okay, I'm maybe thinking too much about it. Where I was trying to think, there was a moment where I saw her like with colors around her or in something along those lines. It's not important.
But what's the extent of that? Because Enid's side of the room is all colorful. So like if she's even near there, could that?
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's not.
There's no science to it. You can't really think about it. I can't really think about it.
You just got to be in contact with her physically.
Yeah. True. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
But outside of that, man, just overall, just lukewarm, man. Should we are we rating?
Yeah, let's rate it. Let's rate it.
Are you rating this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as far as the rating goes, man, shoot, dude, I don't even remember what I gave the first season.
Yeah.
But I think for this one, dude, there was not a lot to take away from it, other than like I was saying earlier, the good performances, and that kind of stuff. But it's just not made for us, or me at the very least.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's also not made for us. So
yeah.
we're not
and I feel like people are going to like it and people are going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it does feel like the target audience for this, and this is, again, 100% no disrespect to any adult that saw it and enjoyed it. It feels, again, that nostalgic vibe.
Yeah.
To me, that's the reason why you can watch it and like it. But it feels like it is aimed at like tweens.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And it plays into, again, like I said in that first season, that whole, that, I don't know, dark female fantasy of, being able to stand up to your mom, being able to stand up to the authority figures.
Yeah.
I mean, that's guys have that too. Guys have the thing. I mean, the whole freaking Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
Part of that is, quote unquote, defeating, the father figure, defeating the dad kind of thing. So I guess maybe it makes sense on some levels that, girls want to kind of one up their
best their mom
or whatever, or be able to call her out when she's wrong, as opposed to how you've been treated your entire life as a kid. So now you're on equal standing with her.
Oh yeah, which they kind of did with it, showing the skeletons of their past. Yeah,
right.
Towards the end of the season. Like,
the
things they did wrong.
And she was calling them out on all of it, kind of thing. So
that's more of like a tween-age younger girl fantasy, or younger person fantasy, and then tying it all in with the fantasy world,
right. That just makes it a little more exciting, because I think I've said that myself. Like I enjoy things or shows that kind of take reality and just put like a supernatural or some sort of super effect or element into it. So finish your score though, please.
As far as the score, man, I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it. But like I'm probably like a 69, 70.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm at a 70.
Yeah, it's just it's not a show just made for me again.
Yeah.
And this season really I think dropped off from the first season.
Yeah.
As much as I don't remember too much about the first season, but I do remember walking away like, okay, I get it. This season just to me,
I enjoyed the first season a lot more than I enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Or certainly more than I was annoyed compared to the first season.
Yeah.
If I saw elements that were like, oh, that's silly or that's dumb, there's a lot more of it in this one, in this second season. So.
Yeah, definitely, man. So for this, man, I'm sitting at a meh. Just didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
Don't really care about it. Probably not going to revisit it,
Right. Yeah. Certainly not revisit it. I guess. And then I really kind of think, am I interested in seeing a third season? I mean, they've left it open, clearly, the way it ends.
If Fester is in every single episode of the next season, maybe I'll watch it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, she is riding away with Fester, so maybe they are going to put more of him in that. That's a good possibility. I feel like he is going to disappear. I almost feel certain he's going to walk away from it for whatever reason.
But I would like
because he's a guy. But
the only thing I do want Enid's character.
Sure, you want to see what happens, right?
Yeah, so she's an important person to Wednesday, and you have to see that resolve. But overall, though, like as a whole,
I feel like that's only going to be like half of the whatever the season may be, and the other half's going to be something else.
Tyler comes back.
Exactly. You got to finish him.
I would just like to see the Cliff Notes. How just tell me
just tell me
how
what
does she
happens.
find her and solve it, and then that's it.
Yeah,
I don't really need to see 8 episodes of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.